Hey, how's it going? Just Average Schmo back. We're not going to beat around the bush. We're going to dive right into the second 10 of 20 vinyl records, vintage. Most of them were in the first box. Most of them, I think, were from the 70s. There might have been like one or two that were from the 80s. Overall, the first box, if you didn't see the first 10 that I unboxed, make sure you go back and watch that video after you watch this one. Did not pull anything necessarily bad as far as, again, not interesting that I would consider a good pull as far as music. Let's hope that trend continues with this. Again, I'm going to just set it back here, so I actually have to reach back to get them. I did look on the label. I bought these off Amazon, but it was from a third-party seller. It is an actual record store. They are called Strictly Discs. So STRICTLYDISCS. They are located in Madison, Wisconsin. And I believe it said they also have a, let's see. If you have vinyl records and you're close to that area, or if you have a massive collection, it does say that they do house calls. I don't know if they have like an area that they limit that to, whether they go around the country or whether it's just within a certain like driving distance. But if you have a big record collection you're looking to get rid of, it might be good to look them up, get a hold of them, and see. But it says, looking to sell your collection, we buy used vinyl and CD collections of all sizes, plus cassettes and hi-fi gear too. We offer cash or in-store credit. There's a phone number. I'm not going to give their phone number. If you're interested, you can look that up. Or you can visit their Madison or Cambridge, I'm assuming it's Wisconsin also, locations. It says we make house calls for large collections over 500 plus records. And then they have a contact thing right there on their website. They have a club, the Strictly Record Club, that you can join and get 10% off all new and used product plus other rad perks. So, yeah, there we go. I might sign up to their email thing. Because so far, the first box I was impressed with. And looking at them being an actual small business record company, this is their livelihood. So I would imagine that they probably have some quality control. I don't know, being with the volume of albums and stuff they sell, and I can't imagine they go through and they listen all the way through every album, but it's possible if they have, a big enough workforce for the business. When they get a collection, maybe they break it up and they all listen to it, or they at least, again, I don't know the company. This is the first time, I've known about them. But maybe they look and listen to certain parts, or maybe they even look on the record and they say, okay, well, it looks like there's a big scratch there. Let's very carefully put the needle right down here, see if it plays through that area. But I can imagine the records that you get in these boxes are going to be like unplayable or skipping every other song. I would imagine they probably do some quality control to be sure that when they fulfill these boxes, when they sell the records, that they can be used. Or, like I said, they put the little stickers on there in the case that it isn't. If it's in really bad shape, they say that right there. They're upfront about it. So, kudos to Strictly Discs. In Madison, Wisconsin. Here we go. Let's see how these compare to the first box. What do you think? Post it down below right now. Right now. Do you think this box is going to be better than the first box? Or worse? Or even keel? Let me know. Or, at the end, let me know which do you think was the better box. First one we have is Jerry and the Pacemakers. I'll Be There. It says one side scratched, other side very good. 1964. They had a price on it of $30. Well, it's got a whole lot of shaking going on. I know that song. Reeling and Rocking. Yeah, I don't know. This might be a keeper. This might actually be a keeper. As I mean, I do like me some old, 40s, 50s, 60s, like rock and rockabilly and doo-wop, and there's just not groups like that around anymore. Here we have the insert. The insert looks to be in very good condition. The outside cover, I mean, some wear just due to the age, but no like major stains or rips or anything like that. Right, yeah, I see what the scratch they're talking about. It does have, although it still looks pretty superficial. It don't look like it's a deep scratch. It's a long one. And there's one right there. But it might still be all right. We will find out eventually when I get around to listening to them. Okay. Next. Alright, we have got The World of Stan Getz. So this is probably like a contemporary, I don't think it would be classical. It says a Stan Getz sampler, an introduction to the world of Stan Getz on Verve Records. Reduced to its simplest form, Stan Getz's greatness is composed of two things: sensitivity and versatility. As an artist, he has that rare ability to translate human feeling into music and communicate the feeling to the listener. His music is filled with the warmth, the humor, and the strength and the deep love of life that people feel, but so few can express. So that's the first two paragraphs on this thing. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but let's see. The first song, I think I do know. Nice Work If You Can Get It. I'm pretty sure I've heard that. And we have Moonlight in Vermont, the theme from Dr. Kildare, Insensates, Balanco no Samba, Street Dance. Side 2 only has 3 songs on it. A Nightingale Sang in Berkeley Square. That is a 6-minute song. Ebony Samba, and then Baya, B-A-I-A, is another 6.5-minute song. This has got a lot of just superficial stuff on it. One side looks a little bit worse than the other side, but I would imagine it's probably, obviously, probably instrumental music. Next, wasn't Dr. Kildare, was that a TV show or was that a movie? I'm thinking it was a TV show. Next we have, this has somebody's name on it. And probably the date they bought it, maybe July 1st, 1968. Their little sticker says very good, 1968. They had $15 listed on it. The outside cover is just normal wear for the age. We have Bobby Gentry performs the Delta Suite. Bobby Gentry. There you go. I'll read the first paragraph on this thing. All right. A suite is a suite is a suite. All three spelled different. The first suite is like something sweet, like to eat. The second suite is like a hotel suite. And then the third suite is like the first suite, but with an E on the end. As in the Delta Suite. In the heat of last summer, a dark-eyed, dark-haired girl wrote and sang a moving ode to Billy Joe that made the country come alive for millions of people who might not have thought about it their whole lives. That's all I'm going to read. That's all I'm going to read. But yeah, Bobby Gentry. I'd heard the name before. Honestly, I didn't know whether it was a guy or a girl. It looks like, though, based on that picture, I would imagine she must have been a fairly decent-looking lady. I mean, I can't imagine that she might still be around. I don't know. I doubt it, unfortunately. But the record, this side looks pretty good. Got some smudging and stuff. This side's got a couple of little scratches, but I don't think anything that's going to cause a big issue. Yeah. Next. Oh, we got, oh yeah, she was a nice looking lady. Damn. We have Bobby Gentry and Glenn Campbell. 1968. Again, I had $15 on this one. Yeah, there we go. There. Yeah, very nice looking brunette. And you know what? I'm more of a redhead guy myself. I mean, I've just got it's like my kryptonite. Some smudging. I don't see any like major scratches on it. Yeah, looks pretty good. So, Bobby Gentry and Glenn Campbell, I've always, well, I guess he did have kind of more of like a pop sound to a lot of his songs, but then he was also kind of like in the country vein. I can remember seeing him on Hee Haw occasionally. My parents were always big country music fans, so we used to watch when Hee Haw was on. We used to watch it all the time. And, also because our last name being Ryman, we always thought it was neat that they taped Hee Haw in the Ryman Auditorium. We could never understand why we didn't get any royalties or anything from that. I mean, we had the same name. Of course, we went and visited the Ryman Auditorium. It's nice. Alright, next we have Billy Joe Royal, Down in the Boondocks. I have never heard of Billy Joe Royal. Funny how time slips away. That song title sounds familiar. King of Fools, that sounds familiar. I wonder if this is his debut album. It says Columbia Records is proud to welcome Billy Joel Royal, an electrifying new vocalist, to its distinguished roster of recording artists. Huh? Oh, it's got a little plastic. Oh my goodness. The album looks like a smudge right there, but yeah, this side here looks almost flawless. Again, just smudging, which can easily be cleaned if necessary. Like I said, A lot of times I'll play it through, and if I play it through once, then I can clean the needle, because it'll pick up anything on the record, and sometimes what looks like smudges actually can pretty much be taken away once it plays. But if it's really bad, I do have a special, like a little cloth I can use to clean them off. I'm interested to listen to that one, actually. I never heard of Billy Joe Royal, but that'd be really cool if this was like his debut album. I'll have to look that up and find out. Of course, he might have been on he might have put out his own thing on his own, not, I don't want to say his own label, but something smaller, like a local type thing, and then he got noticed, so then this was his big debut. Alright, next we have, I'm guessing this is kind of like a classical. We have Bartok. 5 songs, 5 village scenes, 8 Hungarian folk songs. Bella Bartok. Again, I'll read the first paragraph. Bartok's compositions for voice and piano are of 2 general types. Art songs, original in both the vocal and accompanying parts and settings of Hungarian and Slavic folk text and tunes. So there we go, Bartok. I'm assuming that is Bartok there. Bella. I'm just assuming that. I guess he could be Bella. I don't know, but I'm leaning towards she is the vocalist, and then he's probably like maybe the piano. It's a good guess, right? All right, moving along. So far, I'd have to say the first box I think was better overall. Next, we have the 50 Guitars of Tommy Garrett, España. Huh. Is that Tommy Garrett? Okay. I do like some like Spanish like guitar playing. So I'm guessing like that is Tommy Garrett, but overall it's kind of like a group. Liberty Premier. Alright, here's an insert. The insert looks to be in really good condition. Oh, this record don't even look like it's ever been played. This looks brand new. Huh. Yeah, that'll be an interesting one to listen to. As I love like Spanish musicians and guitar players. I just their finger work, the intricacy of it is just phenomenal. All right, next. Oh, we got a Jrymman Jackson. Is this sealed? Are you kidding me? Is this? I think this is actually still... Yeah, this is still sealed. Jrymman Jackson. Now, granted, it probably would have been better if it was a Michael Jackson. Just as far as like value wise, but Yeah, mint sealed. 1984. They had a price of $10 on it. It looks like it was sold at Target, maybe. So this might not be. Well, it says 1984. I'll have to look up and does it have a date down here? Oh yeah, yeah. It says the actual copyright down here is 1984. So. Oh, it does have a "Tell Me I'm Not Dreaming, Too Good to Be True" a duet with Michael Jackson. But it's sealed. Well, obviously we know that one's mint. Next, we have got Mahalia Jackson. "Let's Pray Together." 1964. Wonder if she's any relation to like the Jacksons. There's a big thing on the back to read. I'm not going to read it right now. This has got a lot of wear on it. This one might not be very good. Yeah, it says they even have a sticker. Disc not good. So that might be a. I mean, if it skips too much or something, that might just be a throwaway. You know, occasionally you get that. All right, last one. We have got. This is near mint, 1974. They had a $10 price tag on it. Chris and Rita, "Breakaway." Contains the smash hit single "Lover Please." Chris and Rita. So, that's Chris and Rita with a couple of horses. I'm assuming the Chris and Rita are the people, not the horses. I got some pictures there on the back. I have no idea. The record looks pretty spotless. I have no idea what kind of music this is, whether it's like country or just like easy listening or what. Songs are "Lover Please," which they said is the smash hit single. "We Must Have Been Out of Our Minds." "Dakota, the Dancing Bear." "What You Gonna Do?" Makes me think of Hulk Hogan. "The Things I Might Have Been." "Slow Down." And side 2 is "Rain," "Sweet Susanna," "I've Got to Have You," "I'd Rather Be Sorry," and "Crippled Crow." Just based on the song titles, I'm leaning country, but I could be wrong. Here we go. Alright, again, there's a couple, there's like what, one easy listening, one classical, it sounded like in there. So overall, the first box, my opinion, the first box is definitely better as far as like when it comes to my taste in music. But, some of these that I'm saying it might not be very good. I may be completely wrong. I might listen to it and actually really enjoy it. So, we will see. Comment down below. Let me know what you thought. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe, hit the notification bell because we are diving full into like geekdom with the next series of videos because I've got a total of 6 different Mystery Grail boxes. So we're going to be unboxing some comics and some Funko Pops and some Funko Sodas. And we are going to see what we get. I'd like to pull like one of the big grails. Preferably one that I don't want to keep. That way I can resell it and make a good profit over what I paid. But subscribe, hit the notification bell, come back for that. As always, look out for yourself and everyone around you. So much better chance of staying safe and healthy. And until next time, see ya.